What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Stepping out of the building, I was working on a few things this morning, getting the doors prepped and ready to rock and roll so I can install them, hopefully, if not today, later tomorrow. But I was also trying to clean up from the other day, aka the last video where we were finishing off all the fascia and the soffit. Turned out absolutely incredible. Very, very stoked with the progress of the building, to say the least. So later today, I'm gonna have to clean out the entire driveway to prepare for what's gonna be the pump truck, which is gonna sit right where Convict is. And then we've got 9 cubic yard cement mixers that are gonna be rolling here like NASCAR, dumping off all of the gray goods. 72 cubic yards of concrete is what we're anticipating we'll need to get to 5.5 to 6 inches thick across the floor in the 80 by 60 pole building. But that's not what we're gonna be doing today. Rather, I've got some scrap tin loaded up in the back of Misfit. I'm actually gonna bring down to the current shop. There's a scrap pickup guy that comes, so he's gonna be pretty stoked about that. We also have to run out to Harbor Freight. I gotta pick up a sander and 5 tarps. I hope they have tarps that'll accommodate our big doors. Once we get this concrete poured, I'm actually going to want to put tarps up so that way we can let the concrete cure without any potential influence from Mother Nature. So I'm gonna try and get some side door tarps so that way we can seal off this building from the elements, keep all the water out, as well as keep the wind out, because as you can see, well, you can't see it actually, I'm sorry, I completely lied. I thought you'd be able to see it, but my camera just didn't really want to work. We had a lot of wind come through the other night and it was actually starting to blow some bats of insulation off the walls. We're not trying to take steps backward, we're trying to go forward in this event. I also just realized that I don't have my truck keys. All right, so change your plans. I actually went down to B&G Lumber in Elizabethtown and grabbed a router. That's what we're gonna use for what I was going to sand, but a router is just a better tool. Anyway, that's not what this vlog's about, boys and girls. First things first, all the entries are chilling over at Compliance Sweepstakes Services, and we're anticipating a winner announcement for Convict and Boosted between November 2nd and November 7th. Mark your calendars and follow Enthusiast Apparel if you haven't already, both on Instagram and Facebook, so that way you guys are up to snuff with everything going on. We've been putting up a lot of really engaging posts lately on Enthusiast, so you might want to go check them out and let us know what you're thinking in the comments below. So the lift kit was actually in limbo over the last week and a half. Come to find out, FedEx, who was shipping it for us, completely forgot to load it on the truck. It was supposed to arrive last Friday, but never did. It showed an emergency on the tracking, and then through a series of phone calls, it finally arrived. I gotta give a huge shout out to Isaac, who owns RBD Performance out of Portland, Maine, for getting me the Cognito lift kit that we're going to pick up today. So we're going with a 4-inch Cognito lift. It's finally in the area. It's supposed to deliver tomorrow, but I'm impatient and I wanna get this truck back together. So I was just informed that we could actually go pick it up at the local FedEx, and I'm jumping on that opportunity. Also, let's just take a minute, talk about a sweet freaking triaxle. Dude, that thing is beautiful. It also helped if I actually filmed it. I was so distracted by it that I wasn't even filming the truck. When you see really nice, beautiful triaxles, you can't help but admire them, but also say, man, would I want to be driving that thing around in the dirt all day? I mean, I guess it's just kind of part of the job. All right, boys, welcome back to the shop. We've got the new lift kit here, ready to rock and roll. We're gonna start unpacking it, but first, we gotta welcome some people to the vlog. First being 814 Customs. My man Cole is out here working his magic on Lone Star. What do we got going on this thing?
1,000-piece Starlight.
1,000-piece Starlight. The exact same kit that we've got in Misfit, the exact same kit that we've got in Convict is now going in Lone Star. They say third time's a charm, and this is the man for the job. I know a few of you have actually reached out to him, and you've had your installations done. Yeah?
It's been crazy.
Well, that's awesome. I gotta say thanks to the epic subscriber network that makes up this YouTube channel, not only for supporting and watching these videos day in and day out, getting entered for the giveaways, but also supporting my man over here on a mission to start his own business. That's pretty cool. So we got Lone Star inside, and we got another visitor in here. He's chilling right there. My man Ryan Raps is not in focus. There he is, right there. He's chilling. Stopped out with a roll of the good stuff. The mystery color for Lone Star. Brody was just up here from Accelerate, but we actually missed him. He's a man on a mission too, staying super busy. Dropped off Ryan. Ryan's gonna be finishing up the wrap job on the truck. We have the grill here that I believe is completed. Oh, dude, it looks so good. You killed it. You absolutely killed it. Oh my God. Would you just look at it? Everybody's extremely angry in the comments right now, frivolously commenting about how they're done looking at monochromatic vlogs. Take it from myself and Ryan. It's gonna be worth the wait.
Dude, worth the wait.
Worth the wait. Well worth the wait. Believe me, guys, we would never stray you in the wrong direction. We just have to get this thing done, and done we're working on. We've got a few more components to wrap up. Ryan's gonna be wrapping the roof. Then we're also going to be wrapping the duckbill spoiler that comes off the back of the truck. Now, these are interesting because on the 2022s, or 2020 plus, as I should say, you actually have to drop the headliner in order to access the third brake light, the cab lights, and anything else up here, including that duckbill. And we don't want to wrap anything if we don't have the ability to actually take the wrap material and wrap it completely around the item that we're wrapping or the part that we're wrapping. So it worked out really well that Cole was able to fit us in his extremely busy schedule to do what he's doing right now. And it's working all of these little light strands into the headliner, legitimately one by one. How many do you think you're in right now?
Probably at least 500 to 600 range.
We've got a pretty accurate estimate here. It's obviously a little hard to tell. As you guys can see, there's a ridiculous amount of strands, but when they're done, they are so freaking worth it. I know 1,000 is a little overkill. The average kit is probably anywhere between, what, 600 to 800?
450 to 800 range people usually get.
So maybe I'm kind of just overdoing it a little bit, but I think we're okay with it.
It looks sick.
It looks so sick. And this is going to be able to be controlled by the same remote control that's in Misfit and Convict and the app as well. It syncs up automatically. It's not like you have to go through a clunky system. And then it worked out really well because Ryan was able to come through to wrap everything up on the roof while Cole was working his magic. So I'd like to say, it's like the Three Stooges here at the shop today. It's no longer the Three Stooges, it is now the Four Stooges. We've got Andy over here. That's the dude that has a super heavy foot in his 4th gen Cummins. He just can't help but re-ripping on that thing. Luckily, he's got a Muldoon trans and a Whirly Fab setup that absolutely shreds. I'm sure he gets like 1.5 miles per gallon. I don't know. That's going to be left to the parking lot. But boys and girls, we've got 2 4-inch lift kits here. We've got one from CST. We've got one from Cognito. The CST kit was somewhat of a fallback. I do appreciate the guys over at DURTYMAX store for getting us hooked up with this one. But then a Cognito lift kit came up, and I initially wanted to do a Cognito. It's just that with China virus, it's made everything impossible to try and buy, whether it's, let's just say, trying to build a truck with this COVID thing floating around in our air is making it a little bit more challenging, but whatever, it's completely fine. Luckily, our friends over at RBD Performance hooked us up again. Isaac, thank you tremendously. I believe he's actually already got another Cognito 4-inch for the 2020 plus body style GM trucks, but maybe it's already sold by the time this video is gone live. I don't know, only time will tell. If you guys are interested for any parts, definitely give him a buzz. I'll link his information in the description below. Now, as much as I'd love to hang out and install this on the truck, these boys are busy. They're working on tidying up all the remaining details of the truck. Cole is absolutely crushing it with that headliner. Look at all of these filaments here hanging down. He's almost at the stage now where he's letting his glue dry. He'll remount up the headliner and then he'll snip every single one of those ever so carefully off, so that way it creates that badass effect. Lone Star would be very lonely without a starlit headliner. That's 1,000 pieces, of course. Now we've got the front bumper back and reassembled. We've got the High Country valence on, painted black. Of course, our wrap to match with sensors now matching. Fog lights are in, looking sick. I can't quite install it yet because time is kind of ticking against me. We've got the peanut gallery here hanging out, talking about the wrap. Andy, what do you think about the color?
It's nasty.
Yes, Lone Star is badass, to say the least. We've got the back bumper on. Tailgate's not on quite yet, though, because these new trucks are fancy and have a button that actually drops the tailgate, and the battery's disconnected because Cole's in here doing his thing. Taillights will be going in soon, but the bumper is on, and the rear is coming together, but that's kind of a scrawny-looking rear. That's what I'm talking about. Look at those Venoms, those 14.5-inch wide tires, concave American force wheel, gloss black, looking slim and thick at the same time. Quite a nice combo. All right, so now I'm jumping out of my truck building shoes and back into my what will be somewhat masonry and drywalling shoes, because we got to get ready for a massive amount of concrete, like heap loads of concrete, to get delivered tomorrow, my time, real time. So Convict's actually going to go over to the neighbor's house. Misfit is going to tow the Diamond C over to the neighbor's house. We're going to get the skid loader out of the way. We're going to get the Skag that's unfortunately been suffering as a consequence of this build. Hey, love you! Otto, Ozzy, my doggies! Look at Ozzy run. That is the best. Hi, buddy. What's my doggy? My doggy. I miss you. Otto is limping right now because he goes so hard in the paint that he somewhat hurt his paw a little bit. If it doesn't get better, we'll be taking him over to the vet. We're just gonna see what happens, but he's still such a good boy now, Mr. My boy. So fun fact about my dogs, that's Ozzy, that's Otto. I call him Mr. Do, and he's little Z. He also goes by Doo-Doo and Mr. Do, or Mr. Ba. Don't ask. If you don't have a language for your dogs and very weird names and a specific way to talk to them in a dialogue, are you really a passionate dog owner? I don't know, we'll leave that question unanswered. So I gotta move all of this stuff. I've gotta get everything out of my office. I have no idea honestly where I'm gonna put it. I guess it's all gonna go behind. It's a little bit of a mess, and that's where I'm gonna have to just end this vlog. There's work that needs to be done, and I'm the man to do it. So thank you again for watching this video. I'm so happy that lift kit arrived. It was lost in translation for a while, and they're saying it's because of labor shortages, this, that, and the other, but it finally, yeah, what's up? And now my bestest little buddy is sprinting over here to see daddy. Dudes, he's 16 months old as of just a few days ago, and this age thing continues to bring him more of a personality day in and day out, and it just gets better and better and better and better and better and better and better. So the lift kit's arrived, and I'm hoping that in the next video we'll be able to start to get that thing installed. Well, maybe the next video is gonna be the pole building. I have no idea, guys. I'm all over the place. Welcome to my life, and thanks for following along.